Monday.
Hello,
Happy
welcome.
Monday. Hey, RJ, DJ Adequate. He says, yo, on Kumu.
Hey,
Ah,
hi. Shout out to CBD Domingo. That's a funny name. I like it. JJ Hernandez, Gio Batugo, and Bonji Boy. Oh my God, I had a cousin named Bonji.
Did
I
you?
think, yeah, I have no idea why they got his. Okay, so get this. His nickname was Bonji,
Uh
but his name was Randolph. Where do you get
huh.
Bungie from Randolph? But I don't know.
That's funny. Thank you, Nick, for the follow. That reminds me.
Woohoo!
So, like, I think I talked about how I had a cousin. His nickname was Bayag.
No,
So
you didn't.
I didn't. Oh, okay. Well,
No.
I have a cousin, my second cousin. His nickname is Bayag. I met him in the Philippines because he was living in the Philippines at the time. He lives in Canada now, but I never knew his actual name, and I still am not really sure what his name is because I've always called him Bayag. So like now I'm too embarrassed to call him Bayag. I just call him Hey Cuz.
That's hella fun.
But
Well, isn't what? But isn't your son's name now nicknamed Bayag?
yes, because he has
That's
huge balls apparently. But
that's hella fun. What if your cousin had really tiny balls?
I don't know. I actually found out why because his dad
How?
only had one ball. So
So he
that's why
was a
he was called
bless.
that.
He was a miracle Bayag.
Yeah.
Okay, then that makes sense. Oh my God. So what's the plural of Bayag? Is it still Bayag for
I think so. I think it's talking about both, right? I don't know how
I
that
don't know.
works.
Somebody tell us in the comments, is Bayag a plural or a singular like of ball? Cuz I'm curious now because so are you supposed to say Mas Bayag for your son now since he has two? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I'm not sure.
Bayag plus one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's really I don't know if it's just the entire sack they're talking about or what.
That's hella funny. I wonder if
I don't
anybody
know.
was named after a coochie. A nickname was their a coochie
Yeah, I know a couple. I
because
don't
of their
remember exactly.
personality or because
No, it was just I don't know. Ever since they were born, that's what their nickname was called. So I
they're
don't know.
so what was their nickname? Pookie or Karat?
Hey, bestie. I don't remember. It was something that like it was like kind of like a slang for it. So I don't remember what it was called.
Uh, that's
I don't.
hella funny. Did you
Yeah.
have a nickname when you were little?
They just called me Nana. Oh, the typical
What's
thing because it's Liana, so they took the two.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's the
that's
only thing.
true. Okay, if I were to
The
say
typical
my
Filipino
nickname,
thing.
so the one that's annoying is that because my name's Fatima, right? So
Uh huh.
you people assume automatically that I like the nickname Fat. So they're like, "Hey, Fats, Fat, Patty," and I'm like, "Fuckers," I'm like that. I tried to do T or Tima, it didn't work. One friend, her name is Fatima also. She goes by Tim, but then
Uh
she
huh.
got frustrated with it because everyone kept calling her a dude. She was like, "Sup, Tim?" And then she's like, "I'm a girl.
Oh man.
Thanks. Goodbye." You know, AOL days.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like, and then when I was in school, people would call me Lily or L or Lee. Those were yeah.
It's interesting that people choose to give you those nicknames. They never ask you like, "What would
Yeah.
you like to be called?"
Yeah.
Have you been ever asked? I've been asked, and I was like, "Can you just call me Fatima?" It just doesn't work.
No, nobody ever asks me. And they always, and a lot of the times, they mispronounce it just because they see the one N, so they assume it's Lena, or they just call me
Oh,
Leanne.
and you're like, "No, Liana."
Yeah. Yeah. Or like, or, they're being hella racist and I get called Leilani all the time. I was like, is it because you think I'm Hawaiian? Or they know, you know what? I think I knew quite a few.
Mm.
Filipinos named Leilani, but I was like, but wait a minute, we're not in the same circle. Hey,
Mm.
do
Hi,
this.
Miss
What?
Joy. Do this in real life? Who?
Do what?
Thank you. Do I know? I'm like, e? What is that?
I don't know.
Is that a pot? I can't figure it out. But thank you. I think. No, but oh, hi Thea. Thea just joined my stream. Thea Cruz.
Oh,
Happy
nice.
birthday. I think today's your birthday, right? Or yesterday? Do it. Do
Do it.
what? Wait, who is
Like our show in real life?
SML11?
I don't
I
know.
have no idea. But Thea's birthday was
That's on Twitter.
yesterday.
Mm,
Do what?
nice.
You can find us on Twitch. That's our OnlyFans
Oh,
page.
that's what it is Twitch is SM11. That's where the chat's coming from.
Ah, got it.
Oh,
Oh,
I need to put like something. I'm sitting on a piano bench and it's like leather, so like my legs are sticking to it cuz it's kind of hot here.
I was gonna say, is it hot over there?
It is.
You know, microfiber towels actually work sitting on a bench, but then you get staticky after, and then you touch anything, you're like jolted with electricity. Oh
Yeah.
man, did you put a towel or anything?
No, I didn't think I was gonna stick to it. Like I didn't think about it, and now it's like bugging me. And I'm like trying to see if there's anything around here that I can sit on.
Here,
I
go
don't think
grab
I.
it. I'll be here. I'll be
It's
here.
okay. I think I can. I think I can handle.
You're like, I can hang. I just hate being sticky. Like, honestly, for being Filipino and Pakistani, you would think I would like heat, but I suck at heat. It's so weird.
I actually don't mind it, and that's why like I enjoy eating soup in the summer, or when I'm even in the Philippines. Like I always order soup.
Oh, I love soup. Okay, that I'm always down for. Like soup in the summer, like pho or good ass bowl of nilaga or sinigang. For some reason, it's hella refreshing. I think it's because of the veggies and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Speaking of
Well, just like how I
speaking
like
of
ice cream in the winter.
oh, I love ice cream in the winter. What would you say is your go-to ice cream when you have ice cream?
Rocky Road is mine, but I
Oh,
love
mine's
any ice cream.
so I have to say Jamocha almond fudge is my go-to because it's just the combo of coffee and ice cream and the nuts and everything. I think you froze, girl.
Oh,
Your
am I
your
moving?
screen is going yeah, it was well, you're moving, but then it's like blurry. Oh, there.
Mm. I
Wait,
know. I
that's
see
hella
it.
weird.
I know. Like on my Kumu, it looks like I'm frozen, and then like, but here on my screen, I look fine. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it just got better actually. Oh, there was a moo. Speaking of moo, oh my god, can I tell
Maybe.
you?
Yeah.
Oh. So, I don't know if well, I think you already know. I'm like a huge TikTok fan. And so I find myself going down hella rabbit holes. But the one rabbit hole that I can't get enough of, oh, hello. I don't know who it is, but hi. Oh, thank you for the follow, Kurjan. Thank you so much.
Hi, Denny.
Um, so do you like watching those ghost videos or like the like different things that are showing or like
Yeah.
paranormal? So there's
Yeah.
this okay, so there's two that I'm really into. There's this chick that they own like this house like in like the woods, right? And
Hmm.
like legit there's like multiple ghosts like that she keeps just capturing. It freaks me the hell out because you'll see their like image or at first I thought, all right, maybe it's a joke, but
Hmm.
honestly, I even get scared watching her videos. That's how scary it is. Like there was this one episode, she was going towards the house and she sees on the second floor of their storage room like a dark figure just standing in the room. So
Hmm.
she's by herself. She's like locking up the house because she's like, F this. I'm going to go back into the city to our other house and be with my wife and my daughter. So
Hmm.
she freaks out. She freaking runs up the stairs, goes to the second floor with a gun, and you see her shaking like, come out, I got a gun, come out, I literally, my heart was like racing. I was like, oh my god, please let it be just a person, because if it's a ghost, that was a scary ass ghost.
I was gonna say, I was like, wait, did she know it was a ghost? Because I was like, what's a
Yeah,
gun gonna do to a ghost?
but she thought it was a somebody breaking into the house, that's why she had the
Gotcha.
gun.
Okay.
But because the figure that you saw in the window, it looked like it was a legit person, like
Oh, gotcha.
it didn't look like a ghost. It looked like a person in the
Oh wow.
shadow. And I was like, "Ooh, I can't. I can't." Oh, I was like, "Mm-mm, no. Hi, mom. How are you?"
Hi,
Then, okay.
Tita.
Then there's this other one. So apparently, do you believe in mermaids? I can't believe I'm talking about
Uh,
this.
no.
So have you seen that there's this video that's going viral all over the world right now
Uh-huh.
of a mermaid that was in Kenya? I still can't figure out if it's real or fake. Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I have.
Do you think it's a real mermaid or do you think it's fake, like a toy doll or something like that? I can't figure it out.
I don't know.
I believe in mermaids. I think there are, because why would people write stories about them? But it's like, are they still alive? You know what I mean? Like, is it
That's true. They
real
could
though?
be like it could be extinct or close to extinct, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, and I
You're
think
like,
about, I
no.
mean, that could be like, well, I mean, that could be like, like all our mythical creatures. Could they have been real at one point?
Hmm. Like, out of all the mythical creatures in the Filipino folklore, which do you think is still present in today's time?
Um, Duendes.
My son goes, Capre. She's laughing. He literally, he's like sitting next to me and he goes, Capre. He's laughing. He said,
Well, I mean,
Aswang.
I guess if I believe that duendes are real, I guess mermaids can be possibly real.
Yeah. What do you think about, what is it? Bigfoot. Do you think he's real?
I mean, it could be. It could be just some hairy ass dude
That's what I'm like, I think he's just a big hairy dude that just decides, F it, I'm just gonna live in the
that just,
woods.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. He could just be some big ass dude, hella hairy. Because I mean, I mean, obviously he doesn't need to cut his hair if he's in the woods. You just
True.
let everything outgrow.
What if Bigfoot is a capre?
I mean, that could be possible.
Because they're both big, right?
Yeah. And the capre
Uh,
is the one that smokes in the tree, right?
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Could be, possibly. It's
Yeah,
interesting with
I have a capre
paranormal.
over here tattoo. I guess you can't really see it
Oh,
too much.
oh, that's dope. I never noticed that. I didn't know it was a capre. Do
Yeah, I
you
have like a
believe in?
bunch of like Filipino mythical creature sleeve on my arm.
What are the mythical creatures that you have?
I do have a duende right here.
Oh,
And
dang,
then
that's hella scary.
yeah, I forgot who the guy, my tattoo artist, made him look like. But then I also have the Chanak there, the demon babies
Oh,
right there.
wow.
And then I have Bungisngis, the Cyclops, the Filipino Cyclops.
Oh,
And then there's the
dang.
Capre right there. And then there's the Batibat one.
What's a batibat?
I think that's in Ilocano folklore where it's a fat lady that sits on your chest when you sleep and you die because you can't breathe.
Oh, I do that to Jeremy every day.
That's elevating. And then I think
He's like, what?
I
That
was
was
thinking something hella
bad.
dirty.
Wait, what?
I was thinking something dirty. I'm like, oh, you sit on his horse every day.
No.
But yeah, and then there's
Oh
my
man,
manananggal right there.
that's dope.
And then the bakunawa right here, the sea serpent.
So manananggal. See, I always mix it up. So aswang is different from manananggal, right? Or is it the
They're
same?
they're basically the same. I think it depends on like your region.
Mm.
I think manananggal is usually female. Aswang could be male or female.
Ah, okay. See, we're learning something new as we're going through this. You know,
Yeah.
we can kind of pivot this into education and how people don't understand culture or the differences in culture. So,
Yeah.
we can talk about our specific topic. What do you think
Yeah, we
about
can go.
about
We can get into it finally. Always getting hella distracted.
It's okay. That was actually a good conversation. But
Yeah.
talking about the reason why I brought up a topic with Liana about racism, and like it could be a very broad topic, but I'm curious of your take on the difference between blatant racism versus ignorant racism, and if you've experienced that, and how you handled the situation.
Mhm. Yeah, I've definitely experienced both. Um, yeah, like I've I've experienced blatant and ignorant racism in one specific workplace. It's like in Rockland, California, near Roseville. This is the reason why I am not a big fan of Roseville. I know it's changed, but I
Yeah,
just I still have issues with it just because I've had so many bad
bad
experiences in Placer
experiences, right?
County. Yeah, in Placer County. But so I was like the first Asian girl to work there. This was like when I think I was like 21, 22 when I first started there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and this one guy, he was just like, "Oh, I heard. Oh, they're like, oh, you must be the new Oriental girl that they just hired."
Shit.
And that one was definitely ignorant racism because I ended up correcting him. I'm like you're not supposed to say Oriental. That's racist. That's not a very good way to say Asian. Like you say Asian, not Oriental.
You're like,
And
what era were you born in?
like he felt like shit. So I mean that was straight, ignorant racism. He was like, I'm so sorry, like I didn't mean to, say it like that. I didn't know. And that I knew, he was sincere where he really didn't mean to be racist because, I mean, how would you know if you were just born and raised in that type of environment, not
Where you're
knowing
not
any
exposed to,
Asians.
right?
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
exposed to Asians, and yeah, there was no one to really correct you. So that I understood, and like we were cool after that. He's a really nice
Oh.
guy. And then the blatant racism, and this is the reason why I am weary whenever I work with an older white woman because it's happened at multiple places, but especially, and
Oh.
they all kind of look the same. It's always a skinny older white lady with bleach blonde hair and fake tits,
Why is
and a
that?
fake
Why
tan.
do you think that's like a criteria for being like a racist person or like a
I don't
Karen?
know. I don't know, but and I don't try to judge or just automatically assume that they're racist. I'll give them a chance, but then I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit, like here we go again.
Here we go again. Yes.
But anyways,
Here we
she
go.
was yeah, so I don't know, for some reason she just did not like me. She would try to find any reason to report me. Like she tried to report me on dress code saying like, "Oh, her thong was
Damn.
showing." And I was like, "I bent over, bitch. Like it's not like I'm walking around here with a thong showing."
You're like,
Like I
this
had bent
ain't the
down
strip
and I was
club.
like and I
Yeah.
was like, "And why are you looking at my ass when I bend down?" So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
should I
yeah.
get you for sexual harassment? Like, are you like staring at me in a
Yeah, you're like, "Excuse me?
yeah.
Oh god."
And then, I go out and eat. I go get L&L barbecue for lunch, and she was like, "Oh, aren't you tired of eating that all the time?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Don't you eat that at home all the time? Like, why would you go out and buy L&L Hawaiian barbecue if you get that at home?" I'm like, "I'm not." I was like, do you think I'm Hawaiian?"
Oh my god.
And
See,
she's
you know
like,
what? Oh god,
yeah, I was like,
okay.
"No, I'm not Hawaiian." She was like, "Oh, well, I was just judging because of your hair, your brown skin." And I'm just like, "No, whatever." And I've corrected her many times because she kept thinking that I was Hawaiian, and she's also one of those ladies that had called me Leilani. And so
Oh, man.
that, and then what else has she done? Like, oh, like I forgot what I had done. And she was like, "Oh, is that how you people do it?" I'm like, "What do you mean you people?"
You're like, "Excuse you, bro. What the
Yeah.
hell?" So I'm
And
kind
then
of oh my god, there's more?
sorry. Yeah, there's more. The worst part is that there were narcotic meds missing. They
Oh,
kept
shoot.
disappearing. So she put the blame on me. They had no proof. They have cameras in the pharmacy, obviously, and you
Yeah.
can, and we kept our narcotics in a secured
Lock
thing
safe,
where you have to
right?
put in a code. And so you can tell how much I pull out and what I pull out at the exact times, and
Yeah.
nothing had ever came up missing. But obviously they're gonna believe her. She's been there for like 20 years, and I'm the new girl. So, they just took away my code, and I was like, "Fine, whatever. I know I'm not stealing, so if it ends up still missing, then obviously it's not me." And so she ended up taking on a position where she can go out to our facilities because I worked at a long-term care pharmacy, so we filled medications for like nursing homes and stuff. So she would go there to I don't know, I guess she would have to look at their med charts and make sure that they take out all the expired meds out of their medication carts. And
Mhm.
so one day this lady calls the pharmacy, was like, "Hey, this blonde lady that came in took all our narcotic medications." And I was like, and I described her thinking, I was like, "Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about." And she was
You're
like,
like,
"Yeah,
"Let
that's
me."
her." And I was like,
Oh my
"Okay,
god.
like I'll let the pharmacist know." And then so she just you know just some reason just silently resigned, because they didn't let anybody know like why she resigned. But I
Of
knew. I was like,
course.
well, obviously it's because she stole all the drugs. So then that's when I ended
Yeah.
up getting my code back. But I was just like, this bitch. Yeah.
I think because she was with the company for so long, they wanted to at least save her face
Yeah, they did.
because cuz then she wouldn't have been eligible for retirement or pension or all that shit, but just because you're white doesn't mean that you are deserving of being like protected by the company. Like if you do
Yeah.
something wrong, you should be duly punished for it. You were
Yeah.
telling me like if it was you, what do you think they would have done?
They would have had me arrested. I would have probably left the pharmacy in handcuffs. I would have lost my license and everything like that. So that's the only reason why I was pissed off. I'm like, okay, I guess that would be understandable if you treated
Yeah.
everyone the same. But I know that if it were me and I actually was the person that stole those narcotic medications, they would have totally arrested me for that.
Shit. So, do you think, well, I don't know if this is along the lines of racism, but do you think you get prejudged the moment people see you because of your tattoos, your ethnic background? Like what was the hardest like I guess the most like impactful like racism or discrimination that you've kind of felt in your life?
Oh yeah, for sure. Same pharmacy, same place. I worked
Oh
with a lot
shit,
of
really?
ignorant white people. Yes, and it's in Placer County. Around that time, there
Oh,
wasn't too many
Placerville
Asians.
sucks.
Well, no, it's
Ah.
Placer County. Placerville's not in
Okay.
Placer County. It's just, yeah, Roseville area.
Oh
So
wow. Man,
I don't know if
good
it's
you
still
left
like
that
that.
company.
Yeah. Hi, Gab. So same
Hi.
thing,
Hi,
like,
Chi.
and I wasn't even really tatted up that much at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had tattoos, but they weren't like this. I wasn't like heavily visible, but I had piercings on my face. But I was just wearing a hoodie and a Giants cap, and this new pharmacist worked there, and then we got to know each other. He was like, "I thought you were like some Asian gangster." I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "Because
Where
you came in a black hoodie and a Giants cap." And I was like, "Because I was wearing a baseball cap and a hoodie, you thought I was an Asian gangster."
Do you know that actually happened to me too? Something similar. Okay, real talk. Right before the pandemic, I went to work. We had our it was around Super Bowl when the Niners were going to the
Hmm.
Super Bowl, right? And so we had a Niner day at work. So like dress up in your best Niner gear, fit out. And of course, I'm all like born and raised in the Bay. I
Hmm.
have hella Niner gear, so I'm gonna rock it out. So I was
Yeah.
rocking the hat, I was rocking the hoodie. I even had my I'm so goofy. I had my Coach backpack. I had my favorite pair of jeans, and I was rocking my dope ass kicks, right?
Uh-huh.
At that time, because the pandemic was just starting, I was still worried about taking the bus and making sure that I was safe because of the kids, because I didn't know what kind of virus this was, right? So
Hmm.
even I was wearing my mask. And so I get out of my office, go to the bus stop, and my work requires for me to have a work phone. And then, of course, I have my personal phone. So I'm on both my phones, texting my boss saying, here's the assignments. I'm just stepping out. Once I get home, I'll finish just all the work stuff, right? And
Hmm.
then I was texting the hubby, boyfriend at the time, I'm headed home now. I'll see you soon. As I'm doing this, a white girl with blonde hair and bleach blonde comes
Hmm.
up to me. She goes, "Oh, you're here. You got the stuff?" And I looked at her like, "Wait, what?" And she goes, "The stuff. You got it? I have the money." And I'm like literally looking at her like, "Hold on. Does she think I'm a druggie? Like a
Oh
drug
man.
dealer?" Because I was at the bus stop. And I was like, um wrong person. My coworker told me later though, they were like, "You should have said, yeah, here, give me the cash and then I'll come back."
Oh wow.
And then but it was the fact that she automatically assumed that I
Yeah.
look like hella ghetto, or I was
Yeah.
like like just because I was wearing jeans and a hat and like wearing a backpack. you know? I was just
Yeah.
like, "What the hell?" The
That's so bad.
It's like I hate that people make automatic presumptions of you
Yeah.
without taking in consideration time and place. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
That's messed
Well,
up.
and I've gotten the opposite too. Like this last job that I had, it's also
Uh-huh.
in another racist area. And it was the opposite though. I was, like it was a new job. I wasn't sure like if they're okay with tattoos and stuff like that. So I covered everything up and I was dressed really
Oh,
professional every day. And so, but then people still didn't like me. Like I had people like not
really?
liking me, and they were just like, and then once they finally got to know me and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were
Mm.
one of those stuck up like Asian bitches." And I was like, "What?" Because of the way that you dressed. And I was like, I can't win.
Man, they thought you were a ghetto ass Asian, a hella prepster, like snooty Asian. It's
Hmm.
like, why do people always make these presumptions? They don't make presumptions for white people. They don't make
Yeah.
it for black people, or well, they do make it for black and Latino.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, the moment that the skin color is brown, they automatically make these presumptions. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I think the thing that hurts me the most is they're like, some people have actually said to me, they're like, "Damn, you are the whitest Asian I've ever met."
Oh,
And I'm all
wow.
like, "What's that supposed to mean?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Cuz, you're like so eloquent and you're not shy, you're blah blah blah." And I'm all like, um, so that's a
Hi,
white
Gio.
person. I'm like, it's kind of like, why do you put those presumptions on people?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, I still remember when I worked for a hotel and I had a boss. He got fired for what he did, but he literally used to call me a stupid Asian bitch in front of people just because. And I did nothing wrong. Excuse me. Oh, that was a strong sneeze. Bless me. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but he the reason why he got fired was because he actually threw a mug because he was drunk and he was pissed off at his boss. So instead of being mad at the boss, he took it out on me and threw the coffee mug across the room and it almost hit my head.
Oh wow, dang, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was like, what? I'm like, what did I do? I did nothing. Like he hated that he had an Asian assistant. He hated that I was also a woman. He hated that I had to tell him what to do. And I was like, I I can't win. um
Dang,
it's sad.
yeah.
I think
And
yeah, it oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
No,
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 go
no, go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just talking about Chio was like, ew, people like that with the barf emoji. I'm like, yes, exactly.
Right?
But
Right?
I've experienced racism not even just with white people, like especially with other Asians. I've definitely
Oh
experienced that
yeah.
also. I mean, I saw this recently where again in China, they depicted a Filipina maid and they did blackface or brown face with it.
Are you
Yeah. They've done it
serious?
they've done it a couple times. Like I remember it was like another commercial that they did it.
Mhm.
And they did the same thing. They gave the maid curly hair and just made her hella dark. Yeah, and it's always depicted as a maid. So, yeah.
That's effed up. You know, like I appreciate okay, so this is the thing. There's blatant racism, but then there's also ignorant racism.
Yeah.
And I think the hardest is the ignorant racism because how do you really address the situation? Because think of it this way, you have a person that is genuinely wanting to learn or
Mhm.
understand the culture, but then they still have these racial stigmas and they
Mhm.
address it wholeheartedly the wrong way. You
Yeah.
know, like for example, like they generalize a culture or an ethnic background and
Mhm.
they automatically assume, oh, all Filipinos are so awesome, they're great singers, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, don't you know how to dance, right? Or
Yeah.
can you make us lumpia? That's my favorite. And it's
Yeah, I get that all the
like,
time.
but you know what I'm saying, it's like it comes from a place of admiration, I guess, or
Mhm.
at least like in their head, um, trying to feel like they can understand you on your level, but then they don't realize that by providing these kind of like racial kind of stigmas or assumptions,
Yeah.
they're actually dumbing down our entire culture. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And dumbing down the person. And then
Yeah.
like an example, like exactly what you were talking about, where they automatically assumed you were like a snooty Asian
Mhm.
chick. It's like, how do you address that in appropriate way so that people don't can be educated and empowered as well without inflicting that racism towards a minority?
I don't know. I'm trying to think how I addressed it.
Did you address it?
I can't remember. I might have, but then like not not in a racist type of way. And I was just like, well, that's fine. Like I always thought you were a bitch and you still are. So like and she laughed at it. She was like, yeah, I am.
Oh man. I will say though, sometimes I don't tell people a lot of things about me because I don't want to be prejudged either. So do you find yourself not telling people like that you do live streaming, that you're a musician, that you're like
Oh yeah, for
actually
sure.
like a successful entrepreneur? I find myself reserving information because then they're going to make prejudgment towards that as well. They're
Hmm.
like, "Well, you're a person of color. Like, why are you successful at that?" Like
Hmm.
they don't necessarily say it, but the look on their faces speak volumes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I have been I mean, I can be open and private at the same time. There are some
Mhm.
things in my life that I don't put out there
Welcome
publicly.
back, girl.
Um, but I don't know if it was really about being prejudged. At times I'm just like, I just I don't know. I don't feel like maybe it's just I don't want to seem maybe it's because there's some people that do put their shit out there and it seems like they're doing too much and they're bragging and just make they kind of look narcissistic
Yeah.
and I know not everybody, I mean there are people that do, put their shit out there and I don't see them as narcissistic or,
Yeah.
you know, um what am I trying to say? I'm like totally blanking out.
No,
Um
I totally get what you're talking about. Like it's actually admired and it's more
mhm,
of like from a professional humble place, and I totally
yeah.
get where you're coming from. The reason why I bring this up is because I actually have a colleague. Her and I both have the same story, similar, where we were really successful or we accelerated when growing up in music and entertainment and talent, and um so much so that it actually we were successful, but then we chose to have more professional careers, not
Mhm,
because we don't love music and entertainment, but it was just what our parents expectations were of us.
yeah.
And like her and I both have the same thing. She and I both experience segregation, and I don't know if you would call it racism or gender bias, but the moment that people found out that we were successful in an artistic trade, they looked at us a different way and they questioned our credibility as a professional.
Mhm,
Like, you're just a singer. Why do you think you'd be successful as an admin or
mhm,
operations or an engineer? Like they never took you as credible because of your craft, not thinking that like, hey, you could do both and be smart and be
mhm,
successful and be talented. Like
mhm.
another colleague, she's like a professional competitive ballroom dancer,
Oh, wow.
and she has never told any of her work like that she is this outside of her job, because she doesn't want them to be have a predisposed or prejudgment of her because she likes to do the arts, you
Mhm.
know?
No, I completely understand that. Yeah, I feel the same way about that also. Bestie says some people don't know they are being narcissistic even though they show those traits. I feel like I
Oh,
think all
oh,
narcissistic people don't realize they're being narcissistic. That's the
yeah,
problem.
Liana.
And when you confront them about it, then it doesn't work.
Okay,
That's funny.
Liana,
I
you're
was
narcissistic. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
well, and that's the thing. Like, if you call
You're
someone
totally not
narcissistic
narcissistic.
and they get mad, it's because they are not narcissistic.
So let's look up the definition of narcissistic. I'm just kind of
That's
just
funny that that got brought up is because like I stumbled upon a podcast and they're talking about narcissism and being abused by a narcissist. And I thought it was a
oh,
really good podcast and I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to favorite this." Um
oh, can you
but
send
yeah,
it to me? I want to watch it,
I will.
or
Yeah,
listen to
it's
it.
really good.
So they say that just because this is for the people out there, we all know what the definition is, but maybe some people don't.
Let's go.
Narcissist, what?
I said, "Yeah,
What?
let's go." Read it.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So, a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. And this is interesting. Google says that there are 9 traits of narcissism. Do you want to know what they are?
Yes, let's hear it.
All right. So, it says the 9 traits of a narcissist and the behavior that you need to watch for are the following. Let's see. What did they say? Grandiose sense of self importance, preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love, the belief that they are special and unique and only can be understood by or should be associated with other special or high status people or institutions, need for excessive admiration, sense of entitlement, interpersonally exploitative behavior, lack of empathy, envy of others, or a belief that others are envious of them, and demonstration of arrogant and haughty behaviors or attitudes. Holy shit. That's a lot to stomach.
Yeah.
Dang.
Kylie says, agree. Narcissistic people don't see themselves as one. They don't. They really don't. And Ron
So
said,
how
everyone has the ego as well. So it's a thin line, in my opinion. I agree. No, I feel like everyone does have an ego, but I think there
agreed.
is where you can draw a line where if your ego is hurting people, like the way that you're
Ah.
going, I mean, to me, then that is what um would be the line for me.
See the difference, and I looked it up just to kind of make sure that we're getting on this like right track. The difference between narcissist and egotistical or ego is the fact that ego completely is related to yourself, whereas
Mhm.
narcissists, they bring people down to make themselves look better, and
Yeah.
they hold themselves to a higher regard without the realization that what you have can easily be pulled take tumbling down from you. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I think that's the thing. You can have an ego, but if you don't recognize, or if you don't recognize that you're hurting people in the process of your ego, that's when
Hmm.
you evolve into a narcissist. That's what
Yep.
I think it is.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Kai.
Woo, thank you. Do you agree with that though, that ego
I
can
completely
make you
agree.
like you can be like have a strong ego, but the moment that you hurt people from your ego, that's when it's a
Hmm.
negative thing, and I feel that that's when you should. But see, the thing is, how do you check a narcissist?
It's really hard to check a narcissist, I think. It's funny. I think that got brought up in the podcast. I wanted to listen to it some more. There were so many episodes. So I was like, oh, I can't listen to all of this, but all at once. But I got to
uh
find it what it's called. But yeah, it's
what
really good because she was
oh
married to a narcissist, and she said that she was been abused for years by a narcissist, and so that's the
oh
reason why
wow,
she started this podcast. But yeah,
wow.
it's really good. But wait, Ron says the balance in being cutthroat to get to your goals and humbling yourselves to not shit on people. Tough.
That's a tough one. I
Yeah.
agree, because you still have to work hard for what you believe in. You have to be confident and have an ego to say, I can make this happen.
Yeah.
But you have to also come with the realization that there's always going to be someone better than you. And a narcissist
Hmm.
does not have that behavior embedded in their head. Well, they
Yeah.
were saying in this article, it's from manofmany.com. Okay. And they said that the reason why people become narcissistic is because of early puberty and the trauma and abuse that was
Mhm.
inflicted on them from having either lack of love and support from a parent, um, and the overemphasis of the degradation of their own self-worth. That's
I can
fucked
totally see that.
up.
Yeah. But
Ah,
back to being cutthroat. I think I
yeah,
don't think there's a bad thing about being cutthroat
I
with your
agree.
goals if if you're just focusing on yourself and you're doing it without playing dirty. Like when you're like really trying to play
Mhm.
dirty and like, be a hater and like talk shit about this person, or, try to, bring them down in some type of way, then that's where there's an issue. If you're not,
I agree.
focusing on the betterment of yourself, and you're just
Yeah.
trying to tear someone down, then that's where it's narcissistic. But if you are confident and knowing that you do a good job in what you're doing, and
Mhm.
you're focusing on the betterment of yourself, then I think that's fine.
I completely agree with you. It's that whole this dialogue from Ron saying it's that very thin line that you have to
Hmm.
balance to kind of keep yourself in check. And I think that's the thing with narcissists and ego is
Hmm.
that narcissists don't know how to put themselves back in line or check
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
Whereas with ego, you still remember, like, you know what I mean? Oh,
Hmm.
she's like, there's so many people online today. I'm hopping back and forth. It's all good, girl. We still love you.
Yeah, that's completely fine. I understand. I do the same thing.
Oh my
I
god.
stream hop all the time.
Do you? Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know what? Sometimes it's really hard to stream watch one stream because then they go into topic like what we've done. We've literally talked about multiple topics. Like we went from paranormal to freaking racism to like egotistical like mentality. What's our next topic, son? Sex.
Wow.
Damn. For real?
I think that deserves a
Okay.
whole show for that.
Shit. You know there was actually a conversation about that recently. See, now he got me all thinking about it. Like when do you like for you then, son, I'm curious. When did you know what your sexuality was? Like when did you know you like girls? Did you hear what he said?
Kind of.
He goes, "When I found them attractive." He's like, "I'm walking away." Go. No, but
Well,
it's true. Huh?
yeah. Well, speaking of that, that reminds me of my
Mm.
little brother.
Oh,
I used to babysit him a lot. I don't know how old he was. He might have been 3 or 4. But this is when I was potty. He was being potty trained, so he wasn't
yeah.
really wearing diapers. And yeah, it was the easy pull-ups. And I just remembered I was like sitting on the couch watching like TV, and he drops his pull-ups, and he's like looking at a Victoria's Secret magazine. He's like, "Ate, my titi likes her," and he had a little boner, and I was like, "Put that away."
Eh!
So yeah, so
Oh,
I think they
oh,
find out pretty young.
oh my god, that was hella funny.
Yeah,
Oh, he goes, my titi likes.
yeah, and I was just like, "What?" And
Does did does he-
I didn't know being that young they would know stuff like that.
that's 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 heavy, girl. Like, how do you handle that as a little kid? You're like, ew.
Yeah,
Bleh.
because I mean, I'm like 7 years older, so I'm like, I'm still a kid. Also, I'm like 10,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, put that away.
You're like, yuck.
I remember
Disgusting.
snatching up the Victoria's Secret catalog and like hiding it or throwing it away or something.
You're like, go away. Nasty. Blech. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but I still remember we found um fun stuff from one of our relatives' houses. And we're like, hell, what the hell is that?
Yeah,
We're like,
I've found quite a few of those in many homes.
we're like, oh Lord,
I'm like, oh,
too
I found their
much.
bomba stash.
Right? We're like, oh, I wish I never saw this. What the
Yeah,
hell? You're like, I regret trying to look for candy.
yeah, exactly.
You're like, no. Oh my god, that's all of
Like that's what happens when you try to hide your Christmas gifts with your bomba.
right? Okay, advice for all the people who are hiding their bomba: don't put it in a Christmas box, cause
Yeah,
kids will open it. Okay.
yeah. Or don't stash your Christmas gifts for the kids with your porn stash, because like it's not that secretive. Like, and you don't want them to find it.
And then be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh god. But you were but back to our topic though, because I actually really liked our topic of like
Narcissism.
how huh?
Which topic? The narcissism.
Well, yeah, and ego and like how do you navigate that in terms of like because this is the thing. As an entertainer,
Mhm.
entrepreneur, we do have to cross that line of semi narcissism, you
Yeah.
know? Like, Ron, I would love to get your chime in on this. Maybe you can jump in because I would love to hear your input on like what your take is on it. Do you think artists are narcissistic, or is that like
Or is it just an
accusing and like
artistic?
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, like
do
when
we
they do like when they do like diss raps or whatever.
Mhm. It's kind of curious like cuz you're an artist so you can understand like do you
Ron
feel
says
that
that's tough.
what
Ron says that's tough.
trying to balance and figure out like as a entrepreneur and public figure like where do you cross that line where you're going a little overboard, you know? And I
Hmm.
think that's the hardest thing that I think. Well, for me, I'm not going to lie. I find it hard to be egotistical and narcissistic with my craft because I always am my worst critic. So even though other people would think it's
Same.
great, in my head I'm all like, "Nah, it fucking sucks."
Yeah. And I'm the same way. I am my worst critic. And that's the reason why I usually have a hard time trying to share what I do,
Yeah.
because I'm like, ugh, it's not that great. I mean, yeah, I live stream. I'm not a good live streamer. I do commodity
Lies.
culture, but I'm
Lies.
not like, I really still don't think I am that great of a live streamer. Ron says I am a narcissist and maybe a sociopath at times, but me trying to not be that is the balance. Dang, I don't know. LOL. See, and I think,
Ooh.
well, that's the thing. If
Mm.
narcissists lack self awareness, so the fact that you're
So
self aware and you can check yourself,
that's
I
not
think that's the difference.
narcissistic at all.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not.
I think that is maturity and self-awareness that you only gain with maturity too. But that is actually humility at its finest. That's what I think. You
Hmm.
know?
Yeah. Ron
So
said, I recently made a song about someone because I was hurt. Well, to me, I don't think. See,
oh
that's another. You are just. It's an expression. You're just sharing your
yeah.
feelings. That's different than trying to tear someone down.
Correct. That's that's an emotional connection that you've created music to I guess release that pent up emotion. Cuz
Hmm.
I remember when I was songwriting a lot of the songs I wrote were songs that were storytelling of my life experience. Like I'll give you an example. So I wrote a song back in the day. It was actually on my first album. It was called Where Were You? And
Hmm.
the song Where Were You was written about a relationship I had with a guy where I thought we were actually going on the right path together, but then reality sunk in and I realized that all throughout all of our relationship, he was never present. He may have been supportive, he may have been loving, but he was never present when I actually needed him. So for all of the high moments and the low moments, I was broken because I realized that I was literally alone in all of these these like impactful moments.
Mhm.
And when we broke up, the question I asked him was, where were you when I needed you most? You
Mm.
know? And
Yeah.
it was like a reminder of that. Just because you love someone doesn't mean that you're meant to be with them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
And like that was out of heartbreak. And that's just the like that's why we're musicians, why we're storytellers, because
Mhm.
we're putting our hearts out there so that people can also feel the same pain that they've been experiencing in their lives or the joy, you know? I think the hardest thing for me as a in terms of ego and like narcissism, and I don't know if you kind of touched upon it too, that you're a critic of your own of yourself, right?
Mhm.
Me, I think the reason why I'm critical on myself is because also a lot of people were critical on me, you know?
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
that translated into like a semi trauma because
Mhm.
my parents were the absolute most supportive. Like I'm so lucky that they gave me a chance to be able to be the musician that I am and still explore my other avenues. But there were
Mhm.
people around me that weren't, that
Yeah.
really screwed me up in the head because of their lack of like basically their narcissism on me. And it
Mhm.
created that trauma that I second guess myself on a regular basis. Do you find that for yourself or no?
Oh yeah, I do all the time. Yeah.
Fuck. Generational trauma sucks.
Mm. Yeah. That just deserves a whole show on its own too.
Right?
Ron says the song was so damaging. The producer was like, "Does he really deserve that hate?"
Okay,
Um,
can you send me the link? I want to hear it.
um, I think so. I think he deserves it. And you're just expressing your feelings. Like
Yeah,
this person probably don't even know. Like if they hear it, they might not even think it's them.
that's true. They're so narcissistic, probably they don't even know that you're spitting shade up on them. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like Beyonce. I hate to bring up Beyonce in this situation, but she wrote a whole freaking album about her husband cheating on her.
Yeah.
Why can't you write a song about a narcissist that broke you?
Yeah.
You should release
Exactly.
it. If you haven't released it, you might get hella money from it. If Beyonce can write a song called "Cause You Got a Big Ego," you could do it too.
Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say now.
I don't know.
Oh no.
Was that peanut butter? I hope that was peanut butter on your apple.
Yeah.
Okay, because it kind of looked like tuna. I couldn't tell. I was like,
The funny
what is
thing
she
was is I
eating?
was eating tuna earlier, but I was eating it with my cassava chips.
Ooh, I'm gonna do that. Do you know the other day? Oh gosh, we're so bad. We always jump from topic to topic. But I gotta say, I made the best tuna salad the other day. It
What'd you
was
put?
tuna. Okay, it was tuna with sriracha, a little bit of rice vinegar, um, QP, right? Is it Q pie or QP? QP, right? Q pie?
I think
I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
know the Japanese mayo? The
Yeah,
Japanese
yeah, yeah.
mayo. And then I added, of course, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And then I added fresh cucumbers, avocado, tomatoes, and ikura.
Oh, nice.
And then I had it. I don't know if this is like even considered blasphemous, but I put it on buttermilk toast and it was bomb.
No, I don't think that's blasphemous at all. I think that sounds really good.
Oh, I
Um,
was like, yum.
I was gonna put avocado in my tuna, but I got lazy to cut it up. I was like, because I was like, I can't. I was like, I don't want to cut up the whole avocado and it turned brown. So I'm only gonna
That's
use a
my
small.
problem.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna be able to use the whole piece. So I'm like, well, I was like, I'll do it later. But this one, I added crushed walnuts. Um,
Ooh.
I put my own like homemade achara in there with like
Oh,
green papaya, and it's a spice. It's a spicy achara. It's the achara that doesn't have raisins in it. Um,
I don't like achara with raisins. Do
Me
you?
neither.
It's
No, no, no.
nasty.
That's why I make my own because I don't like the raisins and I don't like it too sweet. So I
Yes,
don't
I
like my
like
achara
mine
too
more
sweet.
tangy and spicy. I
Me
like mine more
too.
tangy and spicy. Girl, you got
Yeah,
to
that's
make me
why I
some
make my
now.
own. So yeah, so I was like, oh, because sometimes I'll put like the pickled jalapenos in my tuna. And I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't feel like doing that today. I was like, oh, I'm gonna use my achara because I have a lot. So I did some with
Oh,
like green papaya, and I also used daikon and some onions and
I love daikon.
carrots. Me too.
Daikon is
And
the
then what
best.
else did I add?
Actually, I think I'm gonna make. Is it called picadillo? You know what I'm talking about? The
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
ground. I'm gonna make that for dinner tomorrow. I don't know why, but I'm hella craving it, and I was like, oh. The only ingredient I don't have because nobody really likes raisins in our house
Mhm.
is I don't have raisins, but I want it in the thing.
That's funny. Oh yeah.
I
Oh, and
don't
I
know.
added calamansi juice in mine.
Yum. Actually, you know what? If I could, I would grow a calamansi tree in our backyard because I hella love calamansi.
Me too.
Can I tell you, I'm hella mad at my neighbor. What the hell did they do? They had a pomelo tree that was hella big. That has
Uh
been
huh.
there since I was little. And they chopped
Hmm.
it down just because they said, it's obstructing my view.
Wow. Dang. That
Pomelo,
sucks.
dude. The
I love
pomelos were
pomelo.
big. Yes, they were bigger than my head.
Those were my favorite. Yeah. Ron was like, the ladies were talking about racism, which led to narcissism, then tuna LOL. And then
Yep.
DJ Adequate put, and that's why racism is bad. That's hella funny because it led to tuna.
Cause they're all pussies. I'm kidding. I don't know. Hey, you forgot about sexuality.
Oh yeah, we talked about sexuality also briefly as well, and paranormal and
Man,
mythical creatures.
this is the funniest stream we've ever done. But it was like it was organized, but it wasn't organized, and it was good,
Yeah,
but it was. I don't know.
yeah.
It's all good. Shit. All right, which topic should we go back to, or should we come up with a new
I don't know. Well, so well, okay, so let's stick to the narcissism thing because that's
Yeah.
really irked me
Mm.
these past few weeks. I feel like I've been dealing with a lot of narcissistic people,
Real?
and
Me too. Me too. I feel like they've been coming out of the woodworks. Is it like a
yeah,
full moon or something? Or I don't know.
no, it just passed, and actually, another new moon is coming up on the 30th. Which we should probably do a new moon stream, which we haven't done in
I
this
know.
past month. But anyways, um,
We
I've
should just do it on
also
Mare Wednesdays. Talk about the moon when we're on Mare Wednesday Mondays, even if it's not
maybe.
moon or whatever.
Hi, Marvs.
Dude.
Um, well, not only that, I think it's
Mm.
also what I've also been dealing a lot with is passive aggressiveness, and
Oh.
I feel like I deal with a lot of that with some narcissistic, actually a lot of narcissistic people that I've experienced a lot of passive aggressiveness.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
So a
there,
lot
and
of
I think
do you think narcissists are the kings and queens of passive aggressiveness?
No, not necessarily, because I mean there are narcissists that just don't give a fuck and will be aggressive. um, and then you have the other ones that are being passive aggressive, and it's just I think I prefer handling someone being aggressive than passive aggressive. They're a lot easier to deal with, I feel, and at least they're
Yeah.
um what's this? Oh, thank you. A bacon wrapped mushroom made by Ron. Bestie.
Oh, dang. That looks hella good. Can I have some? No, I'm like on a omelet tip and like scrambles and stuff like that. I made the best omelet the
That's
other
good.
day. I made the best omelet the other day.
I love
Like
omelets.
every it's so good. So good. Oh, I love mushrooms and bacon, so that's a good combo.
Yeah. What'd you put in your omelet?
I put fresh jalapenos, onion, garlic, tomato, bell peppers, ham, and cheese. But
Nice.
it came out perfect, like in terms of the balance of flavors. Because you can make a good omelet, but if the balance of flavors are off, it does not taste good.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if you put too much salt or too much
Uh-huh.
pepper, or if you overcook the egg and so it's like rubbery, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Or you have
That's good.
more. Are you hella throwing down now?
That's good. Sorry,
Chef
go ahead.
Ron, what kind of sauce though do you put on it?
Oh no. I don't know if there's any sauce
See?
on it, but I like how it is now.
Ooh. Damn. Did he season the mushroom before he put the bacon?
It tastes seasoned, yeah.
Oh, see, now you got me. See, that's why I can't lose weight. I start thinking of new ways to cook other stuff.
Same. Like,
Okay.
dang it. Forget about the topic. Let's stick to food.
No, 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 no. I like the topic that we're talking about, like passive aggressive shit. Because you know what I've noticed with some narcissists that have been in and out of my life, they have a tendency to make you feel stupid,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
even though
Or
you're
second guess
not.
yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
Over second guess yourself to the point where you're like, you don't even know if what's right or wrong because you're so confused,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
And what's crazy is that they don't see that being passive aggressive is a form of bullying. And
yes.
it's definitely a form of bullying, and but they use bullying as a tactic to make people to victimize themselves and making the other person look bad. And it's like I wasn't and I think this is the part where people get confused a lot of the times.
Mm,
When because I've had this issue, like this is I guess this is a few years back where they said I was bullying them. And I was like, I was expressing a feeling. It wasn't like I was saying mean things about you, trying to
yeah.
oh, you're dumb, you're,
Yeah.
whatever, ugly. Like I wasn't using those words. I was
Yeah.
saying that it was like a work thing. And
It was
it
constructive feedback, right?
it was. And it's like and they took it the wrong way. And I was like, I was like, that's not talking shit. That's not bullying you. I was just being honest,
Yeah.
and this is just how I felt in regarding to that job in particular. So it's like, but then like the way that they handled it, I was like, you don't think this is bullying? Like this is crazy. Like I don't know, but
No, I feel you. I hella feel you
and
because
it was
I have
hard
experienced.
because yeah, like she and
No,
I
no,
have like mutual friends,
no. Oof.
and yeah, so it kind of made it tough. And it's like, well, I'm not gonna put you on blast, and I'm not gonna
Yeah.
try to um lose money. I'm not trying to make your business look bad or whatever. But
Yeah.
it was like an event that I had done, Okay. A couple years ago, and they offered to be part of it, but not. They didn't want to. They wanted to take over the work. They said like, "Oh, I've had, a ton of experience with this," and I was like, "Okay, well,
Mhm.
so have I." And so I'm like, "Okay, cool," but then like she didn't want to take financial responsibility. I
Mhm.
was fronting all the money. So I ended up losing a lot of money. And I did try to compromise because sometimes I think like, okay, well maybe I am too controlling and I like things a certain way. So maybe I do need to compromise in certain things. And
Yeah.
so I took her suggestion, and I was just like, crap, this is gonna make me lose some money, but whatever, maybe she's right. But then
Mhm.
she was saying like, "Oh, you can't fit that many people in this venue or this, the
Space, right?
the space." And I was like, "Are you sure? Like, I feel like you can." And she was like, "Well, I've been doing this for a long time. I know what I'm doing." And I was like, "Well, I know what I'm doing also." But I was like, "You know what? Fine. Fuck it. Like, I don't want to argue with you anymore. Fine. We'll take it." But we get to the event space. I get to the event space because she got so fed up with me like putting in my opinion in certain things. She was
Mhm.
like, I'm not gonna help you set up anymore." And I'm like, okay. But she
Wow,
was
she
cool
actually
taking,
did that?
yes, last minute, the night before. So I had to set up everything on my own.
And she
And
took
the
credit for the
other
whole event.
she took credit as if she did work for it. And I was like, you didn't even do shit. And I'm like, here you are saying like you've had so much experience throwing an event. You say you're going to take on a responsibility of a certain thing and then you don't do it. And I was like, hey, and I follow
Mm.
up with you. I'm like, hey, like, is this done? She was like, oh no, I totally forgot. Like, oh, I got busy or whatever. I'll work on it tonight.
Mm.
And then that night happens. Hit her up the next day. It's still not done yet. And I was like, fuck it. I'm tired of asking.
Waiting,
I'm
right?
gonna I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it on my own. And then she was like, well, you keep taking the work from me and taking it. I was like, because you're not doing it when you said you're gonna do it. So,
Yeah.
and I was like, and I'm the one that's putting in all the money towards this. So, and like we had
That's tough
another
shit.
collaborator, but she's out of town. So
Mhm.
she was only going to do, I already knew that she was going to only do certain things, but
Yeah.
when we come to the event space and she heard like how we cut down the ticket sales, because
Mhm.
supposedly we couldn't fit that many people, she was like, wait, we could have totally fit. I was like, I know, now I'm pissed. So luckily, so I lost quite a bit of money because of that.
Wow.
Even though I tried to fit as many people, because last minute people were like, "Hey, are there still tickets available?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure," but I it was so last minute, I still couldn't get
You
the
couldn't
actual
pick up
number.
you couldn't,
Mhm.
pick it up, right? You couldn't
Yeah,
make it up. I feel you.
yeah, and then
That
what pissed me off also is that
mm,
she tried, so she screwed her friends just to try to prove a point. Because I said I didn't
mm-mm.
want it to have seating arrangements. I said I wanted it to be casual. I want people to socialize. That's what
Yeah.
Filipinos do. We socialize. Like she was like, but what if they're not Filipino? I was like, I'm not accommodating them. Like they're coming to eat Filipino food the Filipino way. If they don't feel comfortable eating it that way, then they don't need to be there.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
because they were like, well, what if they don't want to eat with their hands? I was like, well, then they don't eat with their. I was like, then they don't need to come. Like,
That's some bullshit.
I'm not gonna change it up for them just for two people. But anyways, so she wanted seating arrangements, and I was like, that's too much work, and who's really gonna be handling that the day of the event? Because I know she wasn't. So I was like,
Yeah.
no, let's keep it casual. So she gets there early, and she doesn't save seats for her friend, to her friends. And she's like, hey, like, do you think your family can move just so my friends could sit together? Because you don't have seating arrangements, they have to sit separately. I'm like, because you're a shitty friend, you didn't save seats for them to try to prove, because you wanted to prove a point that seating arrangements were necessary. I'm like, what
Mhm.
kind of a friend are you? You were here early. You could have easily saved
Mhm.
them seats, like what my mom
Mhm.
did. She saved seats for the rest of my family members.
So why am I
So
compromising for you?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I was pissed. And I was like, and I gave you and your man free tickets to go. So it's like you got to eat for free and you got to have a vendor space for free.
Ugh.
So yeah.
That's some effed up shit, girl. Oh
Yes,
man.
yes. So
Oh.
like I'll still say, I'm cordial when I see her, but like I'm like we can't be friends. Like we can say hi, bye, whatever, but
Mhm.
be friends. I'm like no, we will never be friends.
See, I have a hard time like I feel your pain because I've been there, done that too, and it's just like my problem is that I don't know how to end the connection because I
Hmm.
feel because in my life I've never burned bridges because you
Hmm.
never know if you're gonna have to cross that bridge again. But it's like sometimes you need to burn a bridge with a narcissist, but how do you
Yeah.
do that? And I think that's something still in my life that I'm still trying to
Hmm.
navigate that. I know.
Yeah, I mean, every situation's different. So
Yeah.
some ties are easier to cut. Like hers was easy to cut because I mean we weren't like friends for that long,
Yeah.
so it wasn't that hard to cut ties with her.
Yeah.
No, but
Work
I
is easy to
understand.
navigate too. Work is
Yeah,
easy to navigate. You could just be like, fuck you, bye.
yeah,
Done.
I understand. Yeah, there's certain ties that are harder to cut. But I mean, sometimes it is necessary. And that was another kind of like argument that I had with like, not like a heated argument, but it was like a discussion that I had with my mom, saying
Oh
like, oh,
yeah.
well, family's family. I'm like, no, that's not
No, it's
necessarily
not.
true. I'm like, sometimes you have to cut family out. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Like, depending on what they did, like, I think it's grounds to cut them out of your life. Like,
I
it doesn't matter
agree.
if you're family. And that's
You
where
know,
she and I disagreed on. I was like, well, that's the old school mentality, thinking like you
yeah.
need to stick together regardless of how toxic the relationship is.
I agree. I used to be like that where it's like their families, stick with them, it doesn't matter. It's still blood. But honestly, sometimes water is way thicker than blood, y'all. I'm just
Hmm.
saying. I think
Yeah.
I've discovered stronger familial ties with friends than I
Hmm.
have with my own family members.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I will
Same.
say I'm lucky I have really good cousins. I have good
Mhm.
aunties and uncles, good parents, like grandparents. But there's some relatives you're just like, huh?
Yeah.
Are we really related?
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I had to cut ties with my own Lola. So like,
oh
and
shit, for real?
yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
That's ballsy, girl. That's
I know.
bayag right there, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of shit for it, but I was like, no, you can't tell me shit. And like, they're like,
Yeah.
well, and I was like, well, I guess I am my Lola's granddaughter because she'd be the same way. That would be my response. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, this is she'd be the same exact way. Well, she is. So I'm like,
She
well,
call
I
you out
am.
on your shit and vice versa, right?
Yeah. So I was like, well,
Yeah.
I am my Lola's granddaughter. So I have
Oh
no problems cutting
man.
ties with her.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed, dude. I'm hella impressed. No, but I legit get that, It's like, fuck. Like it's so hard with because we've been instilled family is everything, family over
Mhm.
everything. But it's like when is it still healthy to be connected to family when they convey so much toxicity and so much narcissism towards you to the point where like you second guess yourself, you
Yeah.
question your credibility and the confidence that you deserve to have. So I totally agree with you. It's like you shouldn't have to attain validation, but you think that you should be able to attain that validation from family who loves you. But it's
Hmm.
like, do they love you or they love themselves? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like
Well, and
that's
that
another.
was my Lola. Like I know she didn't love me; she just loved herself. But Ron says, "Yeah, I'm with cutting out fam if they constantly don't get it. I'm more with principles instead of the disrespect." But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, my grandma was a big narcissist.
For
She
real.
only really thought of herself. Yeah, she wasn't like my nanay, and that was the reason why I had to cut her out because she disrespected my nanay.
Oh, that's legit. When they
And I was like,
disrespect
you
the
don't,
mom,
yeah. Well, my other grandma, my maternal grandma, she disrespected her.
Yeah.
So I was
Oh,
like, "You don't
wow.
disrespect my nana, like, no."
You know what? I can relate to that. Like I will defend my mom to the fullest. Like there was a situation. Okay, my mom's probably going to be mad at me probably bringing this up, but there was a situation that happened a long time ago. And it makes me sad thinking about it now, but at the same time it's like you're going to pick your family over anybody. And so there was a some kind of verbal altercation that occurred between my mom and someone else. And
Mhm,
even though I was close friends with that person, of course I defended my mom, even though I know my mom was wrong.
mhm.
I was like, "Ugh, sorry, can't be your friend anymore."
Yeah,
But that's the loyalty. Your mom will always be who you defend till the end. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Ron says, "Yep, Fatima hit it with the family thinking toxicity is tough love or narcissism." Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
hard one. It's a hard topic. Oh my god. I love this topic. We should definitely can you imagine if we were having this conversation with the rest of the ladies? I think it would have deep dived
Oh, yeah.
hella hard.
Oh, for
It would have
sure, for sure.
damn. And like
Yeah.
the question that I would love to extend to everyone, do you consider yourself narcissistic? Like what degree of narcissism do you think you have? And like of the 9 traits, do you think you have one or all of them? I'm low key curious about that. Like, do you think you have any traits of narcissism, Yana?
I think at times, I think, since nobody's perfect, I think, you do end up doing certain behaviors of a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not consistent, and you do have self-awareness where you can check yourself, just like
True.
I have admitted that, yeah, I've been a toxic person. I've had toxic tendencies, and
Yeah.
I try to check myself as best as I can because, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when I get pissed, like, you better watch out. You better hope that I can calm all this down.
That's true. That's true. Me, I'm hella perfect. I don't have any problems. Whatever. Narcissist? Nah. Ego? Nah. I'm the
I mean,
best. No,
I feel like everybody, has acted on
I'm totally kidding.
a narcissistic behavior, but it might not be, obviously it's not like a frequent thing. It might
Oh
be
yeah.
touched on not even
I
every
think
so often. I mean, there could be like a rare chance that it does happen, but it does
yeah.
happen, I think. Hi, Brooke. Love you.
Hi. You know what? For me, you're gonna laugh at this. I think my narcissistic side comes out when I'm pissed off.
Mm.
I don't know.
And I
And
think that's what happens for a lot of people, I think, too, right?
like, don't talk to me like that. I'm the shit. Fuck you. Blah 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 blah. Like, I ain't got no empathy for you right now. But
But
the funny thing
I
is,
don't think that's narcissistic though.
no, that's one of the traits, lack of empathy. Like
Mm,
if I well, yeah, that's true. That's true. But the thing is, it takes a lot for me to get pissed. But once I get pissed, it's like an explosion. It's like a slow burn, and then all of a
mhm.
sudden it's explosive to like it's freaking time bomb that's like World War III, like nuclear war like explosion. It takes a lot to piss me off.
Brooke says, "Me too. I'm a bitch when mad." And Ron says, "Look at your mom and Tita talking shit." And then
Oh,
Ron says, "Brooke be going off." I know Brooke be going off. I've seen it. Yeah, she's just like her mother.
there was an article that actually came out just today that was talking about a woman, how she had experienced so much trauma of like not crying in front of her parents that she only cries when she's pissed off because
Mm,
of the trauma of holding in your emotion. So the only time she cries is when she's mad. And I
I get
discovered
that.
I do the same. Do you cry when you're pissed off?
Yes, and I'm just like, and I get mad that I'm crying. I was like, "Dang it, like, this."
Yes.
I know it looks like because it looks like you're being weak, but it's like it's all that anger that you've held in and you can't control it and
Yes.
it's coming out of your eyes. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Oh,
I'm an angry crier.
are you the one that also like starts to hyperventilate too? Like crying and hyperventilating? I'm like
No, I don't think so. I mean, there might have been a couple of times where it had happened, but no, not usually.
Actually, I'm trying to think.
Brooke
Do it.
says,
No, I don't
"Dang, I can't
hyperventilate.
even cry." I was like, "I can't. I get it. I get it. I'm an angry
Oh,
crier." Like I just
yeah.
I think, but that's also me trying to control myself instead
Yeah.
of like hulking out on someone and like bashing their face in. Like it's coming out in tears.
Have you ever have you bashed somebody's face in?
Yes, I have.
Do you know I've never been in a fist fight before in my entire life?
I believe it.
Seriously.
I believe it.
Hey! That's
You
fucked
seem
up.
you're a very nice lady. I have no self control sometimes. I've been a lot better now that I've matured, but as I when I was younger, I definitely did not have self control.
I take it back. I have gotten in one fight, fist fight, but we will talk about that when we talk about toxic relationships. Oh, no, but legit. Is that weird that you see? I'm kind of hurt that you agreed. Yeah, like, yeah, you would never
I
been in a
couldn't see you in
fight.
a fist fight.
I can punch though. I actually have a really good punch.
I
I
believe that
ca
you can punch, but would I can I actually believe you that you would actually punch someone out of anger?
No,
Irrational anger? I don't
no,
think yeah, exactly.
no. I'm like the one that if I feel like somebody's getting mad, I'll give them a flower and say, "It's okay. Breathe. It's okay. You got this. It's fine." I would be like the watching butterflies flying by shit. No, like legit, true story. I still remember this. My girlfriends will were hilarious. They were so afraid of me tarnishing my innocence. They like legit. This was at a club. I still hella remember this. There was like a huge ass fight, and the girls were about to get like in on it, like to throw blows. Instead of me saying, "I got you, I'll help," they grabbed me, turned me around, and locked me in a bathroom or like in a corner so I would not be involved in any of that shit. And I'm like, that's
Oh,
fucked up,
wow.
y'all. They were like, no, 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 you're too good. You're a good girl. We keep you on, we keep that good girl. I'm like, that's fucked up, man. But looking back on it now, I appreciate it that my friends wanted me to still be happy
Mhm.
and like not go through that jaded experience, so they never let me experience that. They always were like, you're too happy, we have to keep you that way.
It's funny.
I did my
Well, and
crying
that's why I
behind
can't
closed
see
doors.
you yeah, that's why I can't see you in a bar fight. That's or yeah, just in a fist fight.
I will say though, I almost got in a fight with a lesbian couple.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty damn funny too because my girlfriend, one of my girlfriends, that we were out like hanging out at a restaurant bar whatever, and she's like, "Dude, that girl is hot." And I was like, "Let me check her out." Cuz I was trying to be her wing gal, you know what I mean? So I was like, "Oh, let me see, let me see." So I was like, "Oh, damn, she hella pretty." And so then instead of like them being complimented by us like saying that she's pretty, her girlfriend came up to us and said, "You want to fight? Why you be checking out my girl? You ready to
Oh,
go?" And I was
man.
like, "What are you talking about? We're giving her a compliment."
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was partially my fault. I had too many shots that night.
That's hella funny. Wait, hold
So
on.
I kind of okay.
So that's kind of
Kind of. Because then after the girl hugged me, she goes, "Oh yeah, yeah, I know my girl's pretty. She hella fine." And I'm like, "See?" And then
oh my
they walked
gosh.
away.
Brooke says, After strokes, I can't fucking cry. I laugh when I'm so pissed.
Oh,
I
you're a laughing mad person? Oh
I've
gosh.
and she's asked if that's normal. Yeah, I've laughed when I've been pissed off only because if a person that I'm arguing with says something like so ridiculous, like so ridiculously wrong, I laugh.
You're like, dumbass.
Yeah. No, I feel like I've gone through all types of anger. I've laughed in anger. I've cried in anger. I've been through
What's
all those.
another I'm like, what other aspect of anger or like anger? What else is there?
I don't know.
I'm so the angry that I seriously convey
Maybe
though,
like the numb anger where you're just like emotionless.
deadpan.
Yep.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. I get so mad. I'm just like, I'll just stare at you and be like, shut the fuck up.
I've done that also.
Like I'm done. You're like
Yeah.
nothing to me right now. Like I don't even see you. That's how mad I am. like,
Yeah, I've been
like
there too.
you could be standing in front of me and I'm be like, whatever.
Yeah. Brooke says
like
same.
this conversation is done.
Yeah. I
okay.
totally
Well,
understand that.
we went over, girl.
Yeah, we did. We did. Well, and I'm going to end it on a note where okay, so there had been a person on this app that had pissed me off so bad to the point where I had played their game where I was like, all right,
What do
this
you mean? What'd you
person
do?
this person was a narcissist, all the things that we had described.
Oh yeah,
Something
yeah.
that you couldn't confront this person about. So I had to fight toxic with toxic and
Ooh.
it took months of plotting and scheming.
You plotted this? Oh
Yes.
shit. Okay. Continue.
Yes, Brooke, you definitely know this person. I've plotted months with about this or to get this person off this app. Um and they are no longer on this app.
Oh shit, you got them banned from the app?
I'm not going to say that it was me, but I was one of the people that helped, get this person off the app.
The contributing factors.
Yes.
Holy shit.
It was a
Don't piss
long
off
game
Liana.
and it
That was
took
a
months
good
of
long
plotting and
game.
scheming. And it's funny, I
How?
only told maybe two people about this, and it was kind of like half joking, half not. Because
Oh
at that time when I
snap.
had said it, hey Marjorie, when I had said it, I was kind of joking because I wasn't pissed off fully yet. I
Oh
was a little
man. What did
annoyed.
they do?
Well, okay, so they were very toxic. They were bullying a lot of people on this app,
Oh.
and yeah, so they are no longer on this app. And it's funny. I made a
Shit.
joke.
Uh.
Okay, I made a joke. I said, "I'm gonna take your best friend and your man."
And you did? Holy shit. Oh man. So you took
Yes,
their best friend, their man, and you had a bibis.
and they're no longer on this app.
Oh. Oh. I want to know who is it? Do I know them?
No, this was before you got on the app.
This is pre Kumu day,
Kumari Hood.
pre Komarehood days.
Hmm.
Mm.
She uh, Ron says she wasn't my BF, but you were her BF.
Oh, oh, oh. That's some boof right there, dude. Ooh, Mr. Ronaldo, she told you, sir.
But yeah, it took months of plotting and scheming. Nobody really knew about my plot except for two people, maybe.
Whoa. Well, how
Ron
long
says
were
end
they?
stream na. What? Huh?
He said end stream now. Let's keep it going. We have 15 more minutes. Let's hear more tea. Okay. So how long was this person on the app? Is it making Ron uncomfortable?
I don't know. We're not in the same room. I mean, they were on this app before me, so
Mm.
yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. Well, I wanted to say I'm super grateful that you are not narcissistic, and I'm super grateful that you see that I don't know how to fight. So
It's not that I don't see you know how to fight. I think I know how you can fight. I know you know how to fight, but I don't see you fighting,
okay,
actually
bet.
taking
All
it
right,
into
no, 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 no.
action.
I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm curious. If you were to pick like a person that you think I could take down, who do you think it would be? Celebrity or non-celebrity?
Oh, I was gonna name a personal one, but I was like, you want me to name that person?
You know the funny thing is if we were ever to get in a fight, I probably would just hug you. I was like, "Stop. It's okay. It's okay."
Oh my gosh. RJ says, um, she's from City. She can't fight other 5 foot people.
I'm not 5 foot. I'm 5 foot 5, bro. I'm offended. I am a tall pineye. Not really.
Let's see. Oh, RJ says soon I'll make my sacrifice. Damien is ready for your sacrifices.
Oh Lord.
The
Oh
omen
Lord.
is
Oh,
coming.
stupid. Speaking of sacrifice, okay, this is not sacrifice, but this is weird. There was why do I keep finding these weird articles when I'm like waking up in the morning? Do you know that Disneyland had a dead raccoon issue on some of their rides?
No?
So apparently a few months ago, there was a decaying smell inside Indiana Jones because the raccoons were sacrificing themselves, falling into the cracks of the walls, and they couldn't take them out.
Oh,
And the only way to take them out is if you stop the ride and actually like have construction to like take them out.
is that why a lot of those rides are like closed sometimes? It's
Oh my
probably getting
god,
dead
I hope
raccoons.
not.
Because like, yeah, I
Ew.
remember there was this one day where I was like, dang it, why are all the rides down temporarily? And I was like,
Oh
oh,
shit.
well, now that you say that, I was like, it was probably dead raccoons or
Oh my
something.
god, do you think that was it? Oh god, that's
It could be,
disgusting.
yeah. Dead
It
cats and
was a s
raccoons,
it was
RJ said.
it it was a hot day too. Ew, speaking of rides, do you know that there's like this dude on TikTok that thinks it's hella funny? He goes on every single ride and he takes off his shoes and he dunks his feet or like sticks it out on rides. Like he did it
That's
in
disrespectful.
right.
That's
Ah,
disrespectful. Tears for
he
another day. Thank you for the follow.
He put his feet in freaking It's a Small World. He put it
Oh,
in Pirates of the Caribbean. He put it in uh Rip Roaring Rapids. I was like, "Ugh, that is gross."
ill. No, yeah, that's straight disrespectful. I hate that. That's nasty. Wait, hold on. RJ said, what did you put? Where did it go? He said, at Lucky Chances, I said tall people in the back for the picture. I was the only one in the back.
Oh shit. Oh
That's
god,
hella
he's
funny.
true. That's hella true.
That's hella funny.
That's true. Oh my god, he's hella right. Like nobody moved from the back. Everyone went in the front. Oh man. RJ's hella tall though. I didn't expect you to be that tall, bro. Like for real. Have you seen him or no?
No, not
Have you
yet.
met it?
Not yet.
Okay, literally he has long legs.
That's funny because there was a Kumu user we met this past weekend,
Uh-huh.
um, at Jovan's and Iris's party. Um, you know what? I don't think I thought he was. We were talking about how we would meet Kumu users, and we weren't expecting like some of the heights. We were surprised by some of the users and some not. Yeah, but,
Really?
like, because we were talking about Kumukon because he didn't get to go, so I was like, "Yeah, there were some people that I thought were gonna be tall, but they were hella short. Some some I thought they were short, but they were even shorter."
You said
Um,
they were even shorter. That's even
yeah.
funnier. You're like, "Bro,
I
wow,
was like,
I
"I
did
knew you were
not
short,
expect
but
that."
not that short."
Damn. No, but you know what though? Like, okay, honestly, when you first saw me, did you expect me to be the height that you saw?
Well, but that's the thing, I've met you before, Kumu, so
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I forgot. We've seen each other hella times before.
yeah.
But
Ron put
like,
down RJ with the long, sexy legs.
he's the daddy long legs. Oh my
I
god,
don't
I'm
know.
gonna call you that.
I
I'm
was
gonna call
expecting
him.
RJ to be tall, but not 6 feet tall.
Uh, no, he's not 6 feet. He's
He said he's 6
like
feet.
bullshit. He is not 6 feet. What kind of ruler is he using? Is it like a kid's ruler? Shit.
He said he's 6 feet tall.
It's like a guy saying I'm 6 inches.
Hey, Joe.
I love you, RJ. I was just kidding. But then no, so legit. You were not. I thought you were like 5'10", maybe.
He's
Not
probably
six
like
feet.
5'11.5.
I'm like, he goes, I wear my boots and I'm taller. I wear my Air Force Ones and I'm 6 feet tall.
But
No,
yeah,
no,
I
but
don't
like,
know. I
no,
did
but
meet
like,
Sargento for the first time this past weekend.
uh huh.
Um, he's about average height. He's slightly taller than me, I think.
Yeah.
Um, I think that I thought he was gonna be that height. I wasn't surprised by that. But yeah. But Kumukan,
Like,
there were people that I was like, "Whoa, okay,
you're
I
hella
wasn't
short.
expecting you
Yeah.
to be that height." Yeah.
Well, legit. I will tell you about this one. This one was hella funny. It was actually a coworker. Like, when you see him on camera, he has this like very strong demeanor and like a super deep ass voice. He's like, "Hello, Fatima. How are you?" Blah, 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 right? And so I'm like thinking he's probably like, if my boss is like 6'5", he's probably like 5'10", 5'11", right?
Mhm.
I meet him, he was here on me, bro. I'm not even joking, like legit. He was like here, and I was like, it was like holy shit. It's like Papa Smurf moment right there, bro. Not in a
That's
bad
funny.
way, but but I was like, what?
Yeah, we met Sargento at, Jovan and Iris's party this
Oh, who
past weekend.
asked?
Joe Boss.
Oh, hello. I'm like, who?
She's in my stream right now.
She should have just joined us. She has the thingy.
She probably didn't know we were still on.
Eh, that's true. We we might as well just push it to the 2 hours since we were already
I know. I mean, we got 6 minutes left anyways
right. Oh, 6 minutes,
till
right?
9.
On okay, then we'll just wait till 9. Okay, so legit though, height is crazy. You know what was funny? I still okay. Okay, I can't believe I'm telling this. This is hella funny. I knew Jeremy was hella handsome even
Mhm.
before I met him
How?
because his voice was so sexy to me. I was like, "Ooh, hey, how are you?"
But there have been some people with have really nice voices, and then you see them like it doesn't. match your voice. That
It's like
reminds
the
me of
chocolate.
Wayne's World. Have you seen Wayne's World 2? They're
Yeah.
talking about Handsome Dan.
Oh yes. Oh god. Oh god. No, the one I was gonna say was the chocolate rain guy. Chocolate
Chocolate Rain.
rain. Like there was like a viral video back in the remember? Chocolate rain.
Yes, I
Do you like it?
remember.
I find it hilarious when I'm trying to do a low voice. I'm all like, hello.
Yes,
No, but like he does not look like his voice, and then all of a sudden he talks. You're like, what the hell is that? Okay, legit. I'm gonna tell you something. My when my son hit puberty,
hmm
I got so confused because he's short,
uh-huh.
but you have this deep ass voice that be coming out of his mouth, and you're like, what the hell? He's like, go to the left, dude. Go to the left. I'm like,
That's hella funny.
I'm
Ron
all
says Theo
like,
Misahara from KMEL, dope voice, okay looking dude.
no, he's hella cute. What are you talking about?
I don't
Theo
know what he looks
Mizahara is
like.
guapo. You don't know
I've
who
never
Theo
seen him.
Mizahara is?
No.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Yeah, pull him up
Mizahara.
and share.
Let's see.
Share a picture.
Okay, let's see.
They
Oh hell
didn't
no,
even
he.
show him on Waiting to Exhale. Oh, that voice.
But
Okay.
he was on the If video. Yeah, he's not that cute no more. I'm good. I'm
Yeah, I
good. I
remember.
don't
Yeah,
even.
I actually watched Waiting to Exhale not too long ago. So I do remember his voice.
Was he in that? I didn't even know he was
Just
on
his
that.
voice. Just his voice. Because you know he Whitney Houston's listening to the radio in the beginning.
Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah, you're right. Okay. Should I show this video? Okay, I'm gonna share. Hold on.
Yeah, share.
Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. I have
I
too
don't even
many
remember why I
screens.
had the urge to watch Waiting to Exhale. I think I just saw it in one of the streaming apps. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen this in a while.
It's just because you want to sing shoop. Don't lie. It's fine. Make me wanna
No,
shoop, shoop,
no.
shoop, shoop a doo, doo,
Ron says he
doo.
was
No,
my fave K-male DJ. No, I love
mine
Angela
too.
Bassett, and I just loved when she just went off and just got crazy and just started burning everything.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Because it's telling me I have to share my whole screen. I'm like, I don't want everyone to see my shit.
No, you could do like a Chrome tab share.
Oh, you can do a Chrome tab. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Because I was like, I don't want everybody to see my stuff.
yeah, you could just do share tab.
Okay,
You
let's
see it,
proceed.
and make sure
Yeah,
you
I see
hit
a
you
Chrome
put
tab.
check mark the audio share audio.
Okay. Oh no, there's no
Oh,
thing
there's no
though.
audio. Okay,
Yeah. I'm looking for the link to show it. It didn't show it. Hold on. Where is it? Melon, where the hell are you, dude?
you go share. You go share, and then you go
Oh,
to
I got it.
screen. You got it, and
I
then
no,
go to Chrome tab.
I was looking for the guy. Okay, so he looks cute there.
Let's
Do you
see.
see it? So he looks cute here in this one.
Can you make it bigger?
Ew, hella ugly there. Nope. Okay, here. So
So
I remember which
maybe
one.
he's
This is how he looks now.
uh,
Can you
it's
see
kind
it?
of it's too small. Is there a way to like
Okay, there.
oh there we go. That's what he looks like now?
I don't know. Ask Ron. Ron, is that how he looks?
No, that can't be a recent picture. That doesn't look recent
It doesn't. It looks like it's like the
from the
90s
'90s.
ish.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
he
that
looks
hair.
guapo there. He looks cute
Yeah.
there and there.
Maybe he's good at photos.
I don't know. Hey, I remember him.
Oh, Chewy
Chewy,
Gomez.
chewy, chewy, chewy,
Yeah.
chewy, 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 Gomez.
That's funny.
Oh, he was cool. Sway.
hmm
Yeah, so that's Theo Mizahara. How do I stop share?
That's not true, Book. She says, yeah, like me, just in photos. No, that's not true. Ron says
Wait,
Chewy is small AF. All
he's
right. Bye,
short.
Brooke. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye,
She has a post up
Brooke.
Bulsahan right
Oh
now.
my gosh, that's hella funny. We went hella long. I'm so proud of
See,
us, girl.
Marjorie puts, oh God, Theo Misaharo with heart face emojis. So she even thought Marjorie's crush. Love you, Brooke.
My mom joined back and forth. She's like, join, 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 join.
Yeah, in that picture, he's actually not bad looking.
He was cute back in the day. He was even in the Janet Jackson video, If. So you remember in the beginning when
Oh.
they showed when he was walking in the club, he goes and sits down. He sits and he's like,
Mm.
and then you
Ooh,
hear
I haven't
dun
seen it
dun
yet.
dun 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 dun.
It's been a long time since I've seen that video. And when I watched that Janet documentary, I had the urge to watch all her music videos, but I haven't gotten around to do it yet.
Man, I saw there was a doc, like, I don't know if it was the documentary, but they were talking about how she had to recreate the Scream video without him right after he died. She said
Mm.
that was the hardest performance she ever had in her entire life.
Oh wow.
I agree though, cuz that was like Michael Jackson was like her best friend. The
Yeah.
only person that understood her, cuz they were
Hmm.
the youngest in like at that time,
Hmm.
like in the family, and they were thrown into the industry super
Yeah.
young.
Have you watched that documentary, the
No,
Janet
I
documentary?
haven't.
Oh, you should.
Have
It's
you
so
watched
good.
it?
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
so good.
I still
Ron
need to
says one of
watch
the best
the
docs ever. It is. It's really good.
I really still need to watch the other one, the Kanye trilogy one.
We saw that one too.
Did you like that one?
Yeah, yeah, yes and no. Yeah, I think I didn't. I don't think I really watched the last. Ron says that's heartbreaking. Yeah, like especially
What
like the whole mom part where his mom passed away. Like that's when like he just went all downhill from there. It reminded
I
me of
think
why I loved Ye. I agree. I agree because like with all the current
yeah.
shit that he's done and said, like it's just like ugh. But when you
Well,
go look back at how he was before, you're just like, damn, this is
legit
why.
though, legit though, I feel that his mom was the one that kept him in check.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Because
definitely.
it's kind of like all those artists that are like, who's a good one? Like Queen,
Hmm.
or who's another one? Misunderstood, but like it was their person that kept them in line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't think of any artist right
Ron
now.
says Ron says the Rick James one is a must watch. I still haven't gotten to watch that one. The Tina Turner one I really liked. That one was so
I
sad.
I heard it's so good.
It's
You're
really,
so
really good.
good at watching documentaries.
I love
We
documentaries.
Me too, but I just haven't had the patience and the time. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I do have the patience and the time, but sometimes because we work so long, I just
Mhm.
like watching trash TV.
No,
Like,
I know what you're saying. Like, it takes. I haven't seen a lot of serious movies just because
mm,
I don't want to watch anything that makes me think right now. I just want to watch
yeah.
stupid, funny stuff to make me feel good.
Yes,
Yeah, I
exactly. And
agree.
sometimes that's why sometimes go into this rabbit hole of just
Hmm.
watching TikTok, because it's like I'm so tired. I just want to
Yeah,
just not think about anything. Hi,
yeah.
Ken
No, I
Jose
get it.
Miranda. But
I
then,
get it.
like the show that we were watching and I'm still hella mad about, Jeremy and I invested ourselves in Ultimatum, Marriage or Move On. That
Ron
was
said she made me
stupid.
watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, SMH. I did make him watch Real
Oh,
Housewives. He said
I
entertaining
haven't.
AF though. That's my
You know
only
the.
Housewives that I watch.
Do you know I have never watched any of the Housewives?
I believe it. I refused to watch it. I refused to watch it for the longest time, but I let a lot of people use my Hulu account. And this is before you can make different profiles. So we were all in the
Yeah.
same profile. And, like, I was watching a show and it automatically turned, automatically started playing Real Housewives because someone else was
Ah,
watching it.
shit.
And I got stuck watching it. And it was the episode when they were in the Philippines. And I was like, what? They're in the Philippines? So then
Oh,
as I was watching
really?
that, I got stuck on it. I was like, oh man, I gotta watch this from the beginning now because they're hella funny.
Oh, you know which one I want to watch because everyone said that it was hella funny was Love and Hip Hop with Cardi B.
That's what I heard too.
Everyone said that
But
she was hella funny on that show.
yeah, and that's what made her, right? That's what got her.
Is that what
That's how
made
she got
her?
her break, right?
I don't know, but I do remember that I saw a clip where the lady's like, "Yeah, we need to dress you a certain way to like not them look at your body, but look at your face." And she goes, "I got jacked up teeth. I don't want them to see my face. Let's show as much tits and ass as possible." And I was like, "That's real." Okay. I think
Well,
we've been
yeah,
on hella long.
yeah.
Oh, what?
Ron says that that's what got her out there was that
Ah,
show. Yeah, I
dang
heard
it.
that's
I
like
should have.
how. And yeah, I know like a few other females on there try to get up from that show. What's her name? uh, I can't remember her name, but I don't really like her. But I only thought one of her songs was funny. What
Ooh.
is it called? I don't remember her. I don't even know her name, but I didn't even know she was on that show. I just ended up googling her after I heard one of the songs. I was like, oh, she's from there. Oh,
Legit
that's good. I'm
though, I
sorry.
feel like I missed out on the boat on doing like reality TV better. Like I was so focused on like being on American Idol and The Voice and X Factor and America's Got Talent that I wasted my time on that when I should have just been on a reality show cuz I think I would have been hella funnier.
Maybe.
Oh, thank you, Ax Philippines. What? AXA Philippines just sent me a no you can.
Oh yeah,
Thank
me too. I
you.
think it's one of those automatic gifts.
What
Ron
is
said
that?
Fatima should have been on Fear Factor.
Oh hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Oh god. If they made me eat a bug, I probably would have died. I'd be like,
Yeah, I
mm-mm.
don't think no, I would not be good at Fear Factor at all. I'd be like, nope, no to everything. I'm leaving.
If it was Filipino Fear Factor and they said, okay, eat a bolot, eat chicharon bulaklak, okay, eat the worm that comes from the woodworm. I
Oh
think
yeah,
I
yeah,
could
yeah,
do
yeah.
that. I think
I
I could do
almost ate
any
it.
of those.
I almost ate it, but I couldn't because they were so big.
That's what he said. She said,
I was like, you can't cut it up. They're like, no, you have to eat it whole. I was like, oh no, that's too
"Wait, are
big. I
you
don't think I can take it.
serious? You have to eat the
Yeah,
whole thing whole?
yes.
Why?"
I don't know. Yeah, they said you can't do it that way. Wait,
But then they kill it with vinegar, right?
yeah, yeah, because you're supposed to eat them like fresh, like oysters. Like, yeah,
Mm.
they gotta be freshly eaten. They said it tastes like
Okay,
oyster, but I was like, this is too big. I
how
can't.
big was it? Was it like
It was long. It was like this long. I was like, I'm not putting that in my mouth, especially if I don't
but
know if
that's
it's
like a
good.
noodle.
No, but they're fat though. It's a woodworm, Chio.
Ah, for real? Ew. Hi,
Yeah,
mom. Welcome
they're.
back.
I mean, if it was skinny like a noodle, I would, but no, I was like, ew. I don't think. I
Didn't
don't know.
what's
I
his
remember
name?
who I was talking about from Love and Hip Hop. It was Mariah Lynn. I don't like her. I only like one song because she's saying,
Oh.
what's that one song? Once Upon a Time I Was a Hoe.
Oh my gosh, that's hella funny. Ah, that's
I've never watched the
funny.
show, but I heard her song because I had, sometimes I'll pick a song and make it a radio. And so one of her
Yeah.
songs came up and I was like, who is this? And I thought the song was hella funny.
What's it
She
about
was
the
like,
time I
LOL,
was
my
a
girl
hoe?
Mariah.
Me,
I love that song though.
Mariah.
I yeah, I like that song.
See, it's funny that you brought up Mariah because the thing that's irritating me right now with music is how all these like young bucks, these babies are revamping songs from our generation and older and taking
Yes.
claim that like, yeah, that's my song, that's my hit. I'm like, mm-mm, mm-mm, not
Yeah.
even close, and it's not even
Yeah.
that good.
I agree. I agree. And it's like, uh, wait, hold on. Ron says I watched it for Joe Budden and his toxic ass, and Chio put Joe Budden barf emoji.
Wait, for what? For
They're
what?
talking about Love and Hip Hop. Joe
Oh, I
Budden.
was so confused. I was like, wait, who? I didn't watch Love and Hip Hop, so I don't know. So he watched
Neither have
it?
I
Oh my god,
guess.
that's hella
I've
funny.
never watched
Or
Love and Hip Hop, so that's why I didn't know who Cardi B was when she first came out. And people are like, "Oh, she's from Love and Hip Hop." I'm like, I don't know.
ah. All right.
And
I think you know what we should do? The one of these like chill Fridays. Let's live stream and watch one of these episodes
oh
and
yeah, we could
like do
do
a
the reaction
reaction.
videos. Yeah,
We
we
should
could do
do a
that.
reaction video. I want us okay.
Tita's
Ooh.
watching. Tita's watch Love and Hip. Tita reactions.
Actually, that's a good comment. So, do we have a Mare Mondays like Instagram yet or no? Or like
Oh yeah,
a
yeah, we do.
because what I was gonna say, what
Oh
we
wait,
should
Monday
do is
Mondays? No, we don't.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, then don't do Mare because the only reason why I'm saying if we have the Kumare hoods, so we should send like, do a post and say send us like a link of or don't send a link because you might send us a virus. Send us a video that you think we should watch and we'll watch it next week.
Chio says, "Oh yeah, I gotta see this."
Can you
I mean, she blew
imagine?
up from there, but she's somewhat known before that. Oh, okay. Well, it's just I'm old, Chio, so I don't
You're
know. It
not
took
that
me a
old. I'm
minute.
older.
It took me a minute
Yeah,
to find out who Cardi B was. I was late in the game with that one.
yeah. Liana's hella old.
I am. I mean, compared to Chio and like all the other girls, yes.
Dude, I'm like twice their age. What are you talking about? It's okay. You and I don't look our age.
That's true. But yeah, no, maybe we could do it for the other stream, the
Oh,
other
that'll be
show.
good. By the way, I had massive deja vu just right now, like hardcore.
Like what? What was it?
Like this whole moment. And like me talking about me saying that I was like twice their age, like 10 times or double their age. And then
10
seeing
times?
like a
No.
freaking, yeah, I'm 10 times your age. I don't know. Math is hard. Maths is hard, y'all.
Chio was like, it's just the way I thought y'all was the only a few years older than me.
Thank you. We try.
No, but
No, you
yes,
didn't
thank
think you
you.
were older than us? I'm offended now. I'm offended, Chio. You're supposed to say, I thought you were younger than me. That's the right answer. It's always the right answer.
I'm okay. I've embraced the gray pube era. I'm
Did
kidding.
you get
I don't know if I have gray pubes.
I can't look. I don't want to look. See, I'm like, oh,
I
let's
just
see.
I joked around when I turned 30. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in the gray pube era." And
That's hella funny.
I know, and what was messed up is that I said
Uh,
that in one of my group chats, and one of the girls was like, "Oh, you too?" And I was like, "Bitch, it was a joke."
oh
I was like, "Bitch, it was a
no.
joke. I don't have gray pubes." And she was like,
Oh
"Oh," and I was like, "Well, I guess somebody does." She was like, "Shit."
She's like, how do I unsend?
Yeah,
Unsend.
I was like, "Oh, I was just joking, but okay."
That's hella funny. That's freaking hella funny. Hi, welcome to the stream. I know we're hella funny, dude. Oh my god, that's hilarious. You're like, mine's still dark. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was like, "We're all black, sorry. Sorry,
You're
no silvers." No silver
Oh
highlights
God.
here yet. I
See,
mean, there
it
might be now.
sucks.
Now that I'm in my late 30s, I mean, there could be
No, I don't have
now.
any. Well, you might. I don't know. You're hella
I
older
don't
than me,
know.
so I don't know.
I know that, and I stress out a lot, so I'm like, oh, it's due to the stress.
Holy shit, that's hella funny. I would have loved that if that was down there turning gray than up here. Cause I spent hella money at the salon. I would just been like, let it go, let it go.
Keo says, "Aren't you guys in Cali?" Yes, we're in Cali
Can you tell? No nosebleeds in this section.
with our California accent.
Oh my gosh, this is the funniest name. Welcome, Piatot. It sounds like
What?
otot. Piatot. Piatot. And then orang. I can't even pronounce it. Urancho
Wait a minute.
Sayaja. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Chio
And
says she's
Songkang.
gonna be here next month. Where in
Who?
California? Chio.
Wait, who?
Chio.
What?
If you're coming to Northern California, let us
I
know.
yes. You can be part of the Silver Pube Club.
What was that one old infomercial? I'm not only a member, I'm the president.
Is it Hair Club for Men?
Yeah, there you go. Ah, she said LA.
Oh, when?
Yeah, when in hey, if it's the first weekend of May, Ron will be down there.
Oh, you're not going?
I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm not sure if I can go yet. We'll see.
Ah, you have to go so you
May
can go to
11th to the
Disney.
17th.
Oh no. Oh.
Chio's gonna be here 11 to the 17th. Dang, I don't know
No,
if
cuz
I'll.
I was going to say you should go to LA so that you can go to Disneyland for May the 4th be with you.
Well, we wouldn't be going until after that, anyways. So
Yeah. By the way,
maybe next year.
if you were to have baby boy dress up as a Star Wars character, who would he be?
I would not be the right person to ask. I don't know any Star Wars character names. I mean, I do
What?
and I don't. Like, I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I mean, that would be Ron's department.
I could hella see him in a Darth Vader costume.
That for sure I probably would. That's probably like yeah. I mean,
Cuz
obviously I know Darth Vader, but like if you go into the other,
yeah.
characters, then I'd be like,
See,
I don't know. I only know the main ones
I
from the
can't
old one.
imagine him as a Jedi because it's like the lightsaber, the green one, like a little tiny one. It'd be hella funny looking at it, but I could totally see him in a Darth Vader costume. Hell, I can see
That would
it.
be hella cute, actually. And it's funny because people think I'm a Star Wars fan because I do have hella Darth Vader stuff. Only because
Ah,
people would gift me Darth Vader stuff and I just kept them.
and you're like, okay, fine. Feel free to pass it on to my collection because Jeremy has an entire shelf of like Star Wars memorabilia, and we're supposed to actually he has one, two, three, four, 6 shelves full of Star Wars memorabilia, but I have yet to create my shelf of anything. Mine just looks like a shelf of junk. Okay, we've been on too long and I have to go eat now. Like I would stay longer, but then now my bladder's like, I hate you.
I I gotta shower and get the kid to bed, so that makes sense. But
Oh,
no, now I gotta look for a Darth Vader outfit for him because that would be so cute.
it'll be hella cute. And if he
A
had
little
a red
baby Darth Vader.
lightsaber, and then you both can dress up as stormtroopers, that'll be hella funny. Oh my
But
god,
yeah.
I'm down. I'm down for the cause. I will run in as as a stormtrooper. I'm like, pew pew.
And then, well, I'll be behind him. I'll play the Imperial March for him on one of my
Dun, dun,
instruments.
dun, dun. Oh, with
Yeah,
your what is it? Your flute or the piano one?
I could do either or, but no, it should be like a lower. It should be a instrument that plays like lower notes. I think it sounds better.
That would be hella
I could play it
funny.
on flute though. If I've played it on a flute before.
That's
It doesn't
badass.
sound the same though.
That's hella badass. Oh my god. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make it happen. Oh, you gotta find it because aren't we gonna do a show on May 4th?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, we should promote it now then, right?
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Go for it.
So be sure to watch our new show, me and
Night,
Fatuma
mom. Love
show,
you.
May 4th at 7 p.m. Made Mamas. You can catch us on Kumu,
Ooh.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We actually have Made Mamas Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter. We have all that Made Mamas. So we'll be promoting very soon on all platforms.
So, what is our show about, Liana? Should we tell them
Basically,
as a
well,
surprise?
yeah. No, I mean it should be kind of obvious in the name Made Mamas.
Yeah,
It's a mom stream.
along with the silver pubes.
Yes.
So I'm super excited. Love you, mom. Oh, my mom is so sweet. She's like, "Good night. I love you."
Oh, how sweet. Good night, Tita.
Well, we learned how to be good mamas from our mamas. And so now we get to share our experience of being mamas and the experiences that we've gone through and how we can help y'all out there become made mamas too.
Yeah, and
First,
I
you have to have a
also
papa to make you a maid mama.
yeah, unless I
Sperm
mean there
donors are
are
fine.
yeah. Um well that's a funny story and I'll share that with on the Made Mama stream on my
Oh,
story of how I became a mom.
oh, I'm excited to tell well, my story is kind of interesting. Yours is funnier. I think yours was a way better story. Like you could make a movie out of your like how you became a mom.
Yeah, yeah, just the whole of us meeting. Yeah, it could be a movie.
I hope you tell me the name of the person that you kicked off of Kumu.
I could, but you wouldn't know the person. But
I know it
I
wouldn't
could.
even
I'll tell you
matter.
later.
I'd be like, okay.
You're like, oh yeah, I don't know her.
Well, what I'm super excited about the new show is that we're going to have like different top 10 lists and we're going to probably play games. We're going to give impactful advice and stories. I'm super excited to share the top 10s. That's actually one of my favorite things for us to talk about
Me
because
too.
we can talk about top 10 things that we can't live without as a mom, but then also top 10 things that have inspired us or like impacted us and things like that. So keep a lookout for that. I think our TikToks and Instagrams and are gonna go be flooded with a lot of those top 10s so we can be like TikTok famous. We're like boop boop.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to TikTok. So
Oh,
yeah,
it's a bad addiction. I think I have a problem.
I'm just so bad with social media lately. I just ugh. I got to get over it though. I have to get
You know
over it.
why? Do you know why? Because we're
Why?
moms.
Maybe yeah. I've
But
been in this social media funk that I just can't get out of, and I'm just like, ugh.
honestly, I rekindled my passion for certain things again and I'm grateful that you're kind of like getting me like back into it because I miss this like aspect. And oh, we forgot to mention with Made Mamas, once a month will be actually live and in person.
Yes.
So you get to kick it with the Made Mamas. So if you want to come and hang out with us and have a mother's milk tea with us or
Oh yes. Oh, we gotta find. I wonder if we could find stuff that look like a boob to put it in,
I'm gonna look right now. Boob
and get
cups.
brown boba straws for brown nipples.
Wait,
I
what? Boba
said,
brown what?
Well, because I was like, we could actually make a milk tea and we could put boba in it if we wanted to. We could get brown boba straws for the nipples.
That's dude, they actually oh wait, I don't know. All right, can I show this to you? Let's
Yeah.
see. I can't believe people actually have this. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Chrome tab. This is hella funny. Tell me why I want this.
That's funny. I love that beer stein.
Right? Why do I want that beer stein? It's hella funny.
I like
Booby
that.
mug.
It's funny. I found vagina mugs like those booby ones.
How about this? You put the straw there. It's a coffee mug.
I like that. What's that
That's
crochet
hell.
thing?
Oh snap! That's hella
Oh
funny.
wow.
Here,
That's all funny.
but which side do you drink it from?
Maybe both? I don't know.
So this is for the white people. This is for the brown people.
Yeah. That's funny.
Okay, those are all the ones. Oh, or have you seen this? This is
I've always
hella
wanted
funny.
one.
The wine rack flask bra.
Yeah, I want one.
I low key want one. It's hella funny.
But it has to
Dang,
be
dude.
like it has to be like red wine, right? Because then like I wouldn't want to drink like warm white wine when it's supposed to be cold.
That's true.
But I'm down with red
That's
wine. I can drink red wine.
you're like red wine, but then you might get confused. You'll be like, oh my god, my boobs are bleeding.
I'm okay with it. I'm like, eh.
Ah! But why would you put wine? I would put like hard liquor. I would like, let's go. Put Hennessy on one side and freaking vodka on the other. You would like mixed drinks. You just go.
Well, that's what I used to do with those camelbacks. I
You
would put
stuck it in your
alcohol in it.
bra.
No, no, well, no. Well, actually,
Oh,
I've tucked it. I've actually tucked it under my bra once
you're
and stuck it in.
kidding.
Yeah,
Did it work?
yeah. It was just hella hard because I was like, dang, I should have worn a more supportive bra
Oh, you're
because
hella
it's
funny.
hella heavy. So it's
You
like
know, you
I
just
didn't think
gave
of
me
it.
you just gave me an idea of a game that we can do for Maid Mamas.
What
What's in my bra?
that could work. I'm down. I put a lot of stuff in my bra.
What, baby? You want me to get it?
I can't go because you're coming back from Hawaii.
We can go. We can change the flight. Oh my god, my daughter's crying over
Aw,
TXT.
aw, I
Well, give me
hear.
the tickets.
Not out yet.
Why are you crying?
I waited so long.
Okay, when is it? See, this is the life of a mother. Okay, wait. When is it?
21st of July.
Okay, why are you talking like that?
It's sad.
Aw.
Okay, what time?
I don't know. Because Stray Kids is having a concert in Oakland, but I couldn't get them because they sold out too fast.
Okay, well, I work from home. I could get tickets, and Auntie Liana's on the phone. If we get multiple people on it, they might be able to help you, right?
Yes,
Right? See,
yes.
she said yes. Okay, so when is now she's all smiling, but she's hella crying. What time is the concert?
Aw.
But this is San Francisco.
Yes, we just have to have an early flight. That's all.
But that's tiring.
So it's called Suck It Up, bruh.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, stop crying. There's no crying
Aw.
in baseball. Poor baby. I
Aw.
I think that's the reason why see, one of my failures as a parent, I'm not even going to lie, is that I am not as empathetic as I should be. And the reason why is because when you are a single parent, you have to suck it up
Mhm.
as a parent. And because you suck it up as a parent, you have to be both mom and dad. So you have to be
Yeah.
both the disciplinarian and the comforter. And sometimes when you are that single parent trying to do both, you forget when you're supposed to be the the like, okay, let's hug, it's okay, or suck that shit up. You got
Yeah.
this.
Well,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's hard to decide what you should be at that moment. I feel like it would be hard to decide which one would be the right one to be.
It's super hard. It's super hard. Like, I think that is one of my hardest things I have to face on a regular. And then what makes it even harder is when you have a partner that is comes in as the kids get older, how to figure out that dynamic and balance of you remembering how to be the loving parent again
Hmm.
and like balancing it back and forth with a partner. And I think
Yeah.
that's the struggle that I'm facing as a parent right now.
Yeah.
You're just
That's funny.
facing trying to stay awake.
Yeah. It's funny. I think like before, before Damon was born, I think Ron
Uh-huh.
had thought that I was going to be the tougher parent,
I thought
but
you were gonna be. I didn't think you were gonna be the.
no. And it's funny. I wasn't sure what I was going to be, but no, I'm not the tougher parent.
Are you the one that gives in hella fast?
Yeah. He's my beautiful boy. Like he gets whatever he wants right
Oh
now. He's a
my!
baby.
You know you gotta change that shit.
I know eventually, but I think as of right now,
I know.
at this time I don't think I need to be tough. He's a baby. He's just trying to communicate. And so why I don't
Yeah.
want to be the one to shut him up just cuz he's crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like
But
he's just trying to communicate and he doesn't know how to communicate yet. So I'm not going to get mad or frustrated with that.
I will no, you can't get mad at that because he's still trying to understand. Because he can't convey back what he's feeling. But I'm telling you right now though, like even though he can't convey it verbally, he still can be a shit. I'm telling all kids can be a shit.
Oh, I
So
know.
you have to still be able to put your foot down because the biggest problem that I had, and you're gonna laugh at this, my problem was with Deerel. It wasn't even with Yaz. It was with Deerel because he when I would nurse him, he would purposely bite, and I was like,
Oh,
"Motherfucker, stop that!" You know, it's like
yeah.
no. You know
No,
what
like
I mean?
with Damon, I'll joke around. I'd be like, "Quit being a little shit,"
Right, right.
or I'd be like, "Hey," I'm like, "You're not a white kid. Don't act like that." Jokingly,
That's hella funny
I'm like,
though.
"What? Who do you think you are? A white kid? You don't act like that."
You're like I gave you life. I could take it away, bro.
Yeah, I joke around like that, but I don't mean it.
That is hella funny though. That is hella funny. You know what though? If you can't be funny with your kids, who else can you be funny with? You
True.
feel me?
Yeah.
Ah, it's
Because
okay
you
that you
see
did that.
like those videos of like badass white kids like being disrespectful to their parents. I was like, you better not be like that.
You're like, hell no.
And then
Like
yeah,
I
like
gave you life.
yeah, like when he's like crying and screaming, like all pissed off. I'm like, who do you think you are, little white kid? You can't do that to me.
You're like, mm-mm, you don't know who your mama is. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I joke around like that with him.
I think that's hella funny. Oh my god, that's hella funny. See, my daughter is hella lucky. I found a flight for 7 because I don't know if I told you, but we're going to Hawaii for the first time ever with the kids.
I don't know if you told me. I feel like I've heard maybe only in planning, not officially.
I'm just like excited to take them because this is like it's gonna be a wonderful experience to like actually like see it through their eyes.
Hmm.
Different places that I experienced when I went there. Man, this girl's
That's
hella
awesome.
lucky. Huh?
That's awesome.
Well, now I'm like trying to figure out how do I change the flight. I'm like, do I need to buy another one?
Mm.
See, these kids don't know how lucky they are on the. Well, it's all good. Okay, it's late. We've been
Yes,
on
I
two
gotta
and a half.
go.
I'm so impressed with us, girl. High five, air five. You're like no.
I did it.
All right, I know. All right, girl. I think we will call it a day. Great. This was a great Mare Monday.
Hmm.
I'm like super stoked for what we have coming up. So keep a lookout. Mondays is Mare Mondays. Wednesdays is Maid Mamas. Fridays, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Have a good
Good
night.
night.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.